And that might be even better than that. How's it going, everybody? Jim Adkins here from Adkins Results Coaching, and the camera finally turns on. It's always an adventure, always an adventure. Early for me today. Boy, it was a long, long weekend. How was it for you? A couple of things that are going through my head today. I think I'm going to start a little series on this. As a matter of fact, I know I'm going to start a little series of videos on this, whether it's daily or whether it's 4 weeks in a row. I don't know yet. But you'll stick with me, and you've heard me talk about it before, and it concerns your beliefs, but in a way that I may have mentioned before, but let's start here. There are expressions, thoughts, beliefs, comments, ideas that seem to be concrete in most people's life. Let me give you an example of one, and we'll jump really quick into what we're doing here. You always get what you've always got if you always do what you've always done. It was Einstein that said in the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Well, those two things go together, right? You always get what you always got if you always do what you've always done. Is that an absolute? Is that who you are? Do you believe that? How about this one? Once an addict, always an addict. I hear that from people in recovery who are seeking help. And the first thing that, well, not all recovery programs, but some recovery programs, the first thing that they want you to do is admit, or not admit, I guess, and say I haven't been through them. This is secondhand information, but because I've never been through the program myself, but I believe that they tell you you need to come up and say, I am an addict. Well, once a cheater, always a cheater. Once a liar, always a liar. Are these things absolutes? Do you believe them? And if you do, once a loser, always a loser. Seem to be negative in their terminology. Have you ever heard once a winner, always a winner? Once a leader, always a leader. Once you teach a child to be a leader, or once you teach anyone to be a leader, whether it's their own life or other people's business, whatever it is, they'll always have that skill set. So are these absolutes something you believe in? And if so, who gets to tell you who you are? That's the question. And I think I could stop there. Going to go a little further, but I want you to think about that for a second. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. Well, at what point can you change what you're doing to get a different result? How do you shift? And this is what my series is going to be on. How do you shift from where you're at to where you want to be? As you can imagine, it is as easy as that, and it's not as easy as that. Going from here to there is going to take a little travel time, a little bit of work, a little bit of ups and downs, right? But it doesn't have to. If you listen to what I say and you follow my instructions, you will get results that I have gotten, similar results. You've heard the expression, plant the same seeds or sow the same seeds, reap the same rewards, right? Those are things that have some truth to them, I believe. As a martial arts instructor, I can teach people a set series of movements that are guaranteed to get the same results that I have gotten or that others have gotten in the same set of circumstances. Sow the same seeds, get the same results. You always do what you've always done. You always get what you always got. Are there variables? Yes, things change. Belief systems are different. If you fully believe, and I know I'm off on an off ramp here, but martial artists will know what I'm talking about here. And if you're not a martial artist, you probably follow along too. As a teacher, I can show people how to break ribs. I can show people how to take eyeballs out. I can show people how to collapse windpipes and break bones. It's not hard. It's really not, once you know how. But if I teach that to you, and you don't believe in your heart that you're the type of person that will do that. Now, everybody says, yeah, under the right circumstances, I can do that. But I can tell you from experience, that's not always an absolute truth. There are just some people that are not capable, who would choose not to, deep down, hurt or destroy other people. And if I take time to show them how to do those things, it's almost a waste of time. So I spin it into a point to where, try not to let this happen to you. This is a possibility. But by teaching them that, their belief system is so strong that when it takes place or when it needs to take place, it won't happen. That's true across the board. So let me flip it so I don't talk about hurting people, okay? How about money? If you believe that rich people, you can define rich however you want, okay, are evil and they do wrong, and people that have a certain amount of money are crooks and stuff, you will never have or achieve that level of financial well-being. If you believe they are crooks and you don't want to be a crook, your belief system will stop you from getting that. I guarantee it. You might reach a certain pinnacle and then end up finding out you're spending more than you make. You're living above your means. I've watched investors when I worked as a stockbroker, financial consultant, a long time ago. I watched them with their belief systems and their ability to trade or purchase companies or businesses that were beneficial. Some believed if they held forever in the ups and downs, eventually they would make money. There's some truth to that, and there's some not so truth to that, because you can hold and then circumstances prevail. But your belief system, others believe that, you know what, if I look for this certain pinnacle and I'm good at this certain point, and these are parameters that I jump in and out at, oh, look at that, jump in and out at, then I can, make this much money, pay this much taxes, and pay this much in whatever, and make money. Warren Buffett has a certain belief system that allows him to be successful. What is your belief system, and how do you change it? That's what this program is going to be about. So we'll start real quickly, real easy today. Patterns of behavior and conflicting beliefs. Patterns of behavior. If you notice a pattern of behavior that you're following that you don't approve of, or the result at the end of the behavior is something you would like to change, the behavior is not the total answer. Changing just the behavior is not the total answer. You have to find out what belief, what drives you to those behaviors. What is it about your internal beliefs or your internal struggles or your internal conflicts or your internal success formulas that are not working? Because once you set that pattern in motion, you always get what you've always got if you always do what you've always done. I know some people are thinking, but Jim, you told us to set up some habits. You asked us to get a routine. Okay, what's your routine? Is it successful? Is it helpful? Is it hurtful? In a routine, let's say you went back to the positivity challenge and you decided you're going to get up, make your bed, show gratitude, start your day with an exercise program or some type of a meditation program, and then you're going to move forward throughout the day and get things done. And your belief is, I got to work really hard at this every day, and I'm not seeing any results, and I'm just going to stick to it until I see something. Well, there's a belief pattern problem in there that I'd like to help you with. You may not see it, but it's there. If you believe that if you just keep muddling through the same thing and eventually something will happen, you're not in alignment with everything that needs to be in alignment. Your belief systems are the first place you're going to start. When you start anything, a relationship, a martial arts program, a workout program, a diet, and I know that word's a bad word, a nutritional reformation process, you have a belief in yourself and in the idea that it's going to work and it's going to get you what you want. And at the time, you may be kind of clear on what it is you want. You may be super sharp, focused, clear on what you want. And then you hit a wall. And you get into a routine that doesn't serve you. And that routine starts to fall back into the old routine. And pretty soon you're doing what you've always done, expecting different results. Follow me? So in my workshop, I'm going to do a lot of research. One, in my own life, I see this pattern. And in the lives of a lot of other people, I see these patterns. I'd like to know if you're watching it too. It's really an interesting time right now. I know that collective consciousness can be a real thing, and the reticular activating system does set us in motion to recognize certain things that are important to us. But let me ask you this, because in the circle that I have, when I say circle, I'm talking about students, friends, clients, family, the whole gamut. It gets pretty wide, my circle. I notice some behavioral patterns in the dark that are going on with everybody within the circle. I would like to know if you can answer this question, just a yes or no. You can put your hand up or whatever, and it can be anytime throughout the week. Are there certain patterns of behavior that you have recently fallen back into, readapted, became comfortable in your life so much that you allowed them back in recently that you don't want back in your life? Should have never allowed that. Just let me know. A simple yes, that has happened to me in the last 6 months would be fine. And I'm only doing it because I'm very curious to see if there's a pattern globally or even internationally that's taking place that might do this. All right. So your belief system, that's the process we're going to work on. Conflicting beliefs, I will touch on next week, or even the next video. It might be tomorrow, because conflicting beliefs are one of those things where you want to change, you want to start a new something or other, and your history, your experience has taught you that in the past it wasn't possible. And so you have a belief. Now, that belief can come from way back when your paradigms are set as a child. You may have some stuff in there that it's disallowing you to move forward. It could be something that you created in an old relationship. It could be something you created in your youth, your college experiences, a company, your business, any type of dealings with people. And then other people may be putting it upon you, what they believe you should be or what they believe you could be, or I like when people put it upon you, the word should needs to be there. You should do this. Once a blank, always a blank. These are things put upon you by other people, conflicting belief patterns. If you believe and you're not strong enough yet and you're reaching for help and you're reaching for that growth, and then other people here or even down here are telling you, no, this is not who you are, you can't be that, and you believe that, those are conflicting beliefs. I believe in you. I believe in myself. That sounded like a question. It did. The statement was self-serving. That's why it was kind of questionable. In the service of others, you will serve yourself, but don't look to serve yourself by serving others. I just said don't. Is that a belief or a conflicting belief? I'll talk to you next time. I hope you have a great day. Believe that it's going to be a great day and start out that way. Look at your patterns of behavior, and we'll talk next time. Until then, on your mark, get set, grow.